Okay, how we doing out there? First things first, my name is Kenneth Bird. I'm the creator of a Luminous 4K screen paint using ambient light rejection technology gain times 4 and 5. Now, this right here is our new roll-on version of our Superior screen paint. Now, I like this one because due to the fact of my home theater setup, I have curtains installed in, and one of the things I would have to do if I sprayed this in, keep in mind spray on it's absolutely amazing, but in order to spray this in, I would have to bind all my curtains so that way they don't get hit with any of the spray. But by having the roll-on version makes it easier for me to actually frog tape my screen off. As you can see, I got frog tape and I've got shipping boxes here because I have a red border right here that matches into my screen work right there. It makes it easier for me to be able to apply the screen with no problem. And I'm sorry, I'm just not getting around to doing this. I've been literally overwhelmed with so many orders that I haven't had time to do my own screen. Keep in mind, the screen paint launched on March the, I think, 10th, and I'm just now getting my screen done. So that's how busy I've been. So my screen is 146. I think it's about 146, 147 last time I measured it. I kind of forgot the measurements. It's around 146, and this screen is set at anamorphic. Either anamorphic or panorama. I'm trying to remember what I have it set to the ViewSonic. Now the projector I'm using over here is my ViewSonic. It's sitting back around 14 feet and some change away from the screen. The projector I'm using is 1080p. It is 1920 by 1200 WUXGA. And I think this widescreen format, yeah, 4,000 lumens. All right, so got the roller out and the screen paint and went to town, and here we are right now. Now, if you look at my screen, I have condensed lighting here and here. And where is the remote control to my LED lights? Because my screen has LED lights over top of it. Let me see. There we go. There's my LED lights. So I have LED lights here at the top of the screen to show you how much light my screen hits, and I have LED lights set coming. Actually condensed light. You can see it in the screen at all time. I have a big open window, so there's a lot of light in my environment. All right, so let's brighten it up a little bit more in here. Here we go. That's much better, huh? Is that enough light? So if you look at my environment, just take a look back at all the light that I have in my environment. It is very, very bright. It's even very bright where my projector sits. Just direct light constantly right on top of my projector. So you can see there's no dark corners in this environment. And that's why we do so much demonstrations in such fully lit environments, because we want to show that the screen can take on a lot of ambient light. So let me go ahead my phone, because I got some things set up on my phone. First thing we're going to do is we're going to set ourselves up with a snowstorm, because I like to do the snow to show you exactly how much light is hitting the screen. Come over here and power up the projector. So it isn't like my screen can shy away from any light, because like I said, I constantly have condensed lighting, always in contact with the screen at all times. See where the fireplace is at, how much light is in contact with the fireplace? That's how much light is literally hitting the screen. I haven't done a video demonstration up here in a long time because, like I said, we're switching over to the new technology. I really haven't had any time whatsoever to literally paint the screen. I've been that busy. And like I said, my screen paint launched for the Superior and on the 10th of March, and I'm just now getting to actually coating my screen. I like the fact that this is a roll-on application, because with the spray-on application, I would have to bind my curtains in order to do that. But with the roll-on, it makes it much easier. You can see this is a very bright screen. I got to finish right there adjusting my projector right there so it lines up a little better. This is a very, very bright screen. And that's why I like to start off with Snowstorm, to just show you how bright the screen is. This is how high the white levels are. And as I said before, all black screens can produce contrast. You could take flat black paint. It's going to produce contrast. But the hard thing for a black screen to do is produce high white levels. White levels are everything when it comes to a black screen, because like I said, without those high white levels, everything else becomes dingy and dirty. Colors become dirty, skin tones become dirty. That's why you have to have a high white level. My big head in the way, people. Sorry, I can't have the sound up too loud. I'm up around 3 a.m. in the morning. And that's one of the beautiful things I like about this technology. You do not have to be subjected to a dark environment due to the fact that you own a projector. Now keep in mind, as I said before, that the Superior, spray on and roll on had the exact same bells and whistles when it comes to certain areas. The only difference between the only difference between the roll on basically only produces front. It doesn't produce front and rear. It has to be used outside between the hours of 6 in the evening and up. And it's using ambient light rejection technology gain times 4. Where if you use a spray on, it uses technology gain times 5. It has the ability to produce both front and rear. And outside use, you can run that screen at 9 or 8 or 12 or 2 or 3 in the afternoon, evening, and late hours. But they all have the color advancement technology. And keep in mind, this is using ambient light rejection times 4. That's it. And look how bright it is. Come over here. I don't want to step on my stuff over here. Shoot from a different angle. Now our new roll-on screen paint is available now on our website. We have available in 1 quart, 2 quarts, and 1 gallon. We also too, for those of you who are wondering about the wallpaper kits by K&A, yes, we have a free option in there. When you pick out your wallpaper screen, you have a choice whether you want to pick this out in a roll-on or spray-on. It's up to you. And see how high the white levels are? Let me just show you something with the lights out, with some of the lights out. When it comes to my condensed lighting, it doesn't just see. That's the one thing I like about my lights in my environment. It doesn't just hit certain areas. I'm not just going to have lights peppered out in the background. I'm not going to get around to doing that. I'm not going to have lights just peppered around in the background. I'm going to have lights that are going to cover the entire screen. I'm going to cover the entire screen. Sorry about this. Early in the morning, people. I've had nothing to eat. My brain is like so tired. I went to sleep. I was knocked out yesterday. Wait for a minute. Let me grab another video real quick. There we go. So if you look at my environment, you'll see that my lights aren't just centered in the back. I've seen demonstrations where lights are just hitting in the back only. If you notice in the demonstration that my lights are all the way around my environment. That's why we don't have any dark areas in the environment. But when you see demonstrations where it's dark and these corners right here, and then it's a little bit of light back here, there's no real ambient light in contact with the screen. And this is why the screen can produce such a beautiful pictures, bright colors. This is the way it should be. I always like to do this one right here. It shows off really bright colors. Now you see how hot, it's how beautiful and how bright the colors are. Alright, I hope you enjoyed the video demonstration. I'm Kenneth Bird from Luminous 4K Screen Paint using ambient light projection technology gain times 4 and 5. This right here is our roll-on superior screen paint. It took me no time at all to paint this on. It is available on our website. And my screen is at 146, I think it's around 146, 147 inch at panorama. I think this set at panorama. My projector doesn't do 1610, and it even doesn't do 16:9. Just showing you how beautiful the picture is on this technology in a fully lit environment. And anywhere I go, in that environment, that screen is going to pull up with no problem. Thank you for your time, and God bless.